Hi, folks. Glad to see you here in our webinar. Please write something in the chat box so I know that everything works fine and that you can hear me well. Great. Let me introduce myself. My name is Vladimir. I'm CMO at Stripo, and today I'll be responsible for the theoretical part of the presentation, and my colleague Maria will guide you through the practical one.
Hi there, my name is Maria and I'm a customer support manager at Stripe. Today I'll show you how artificial intelligence can help you with the text generation for your email content and subject lines. So we've already discussed the importance of catchy subject lines in our previous webinars. This point is quite useful for your emails.
And I'll guide you through some interesting points and talk about how to use AI to improve your email marketing activities. For example, you will learn how AI could be useful for you, where ChatGPT can help, how to use it like a pro, and what should be included in the prompt. Then I will pass my word to Maria. She will show you how to use AI with Stripe in detail.
To be honest, I'm excited about the possibilities with AI. Every day we discover more and more ways to simplify our daily tasks, and I can't imagine what AI is incapable of.
With AI, you can find the answer for any question, generate pictures and text, and process a huge amount of information in a matter of seconds or minutes.
I hope AI cannot do everything.
How come?
I don't want to lose my job. Many services already have bots that answer customer questions. As a support chat operator, I'm a little anxious about AI.
I think that such functionality will make our work easier, but there are tasks that it can solve. So, Maria, don't worry. It will be some time before robots will take over the world.
Okay, I'm chill.
Great, let's start. I'd like to begin with the task that can be easily performed by AI nowadays. It can fix grammar, typos, errors, or misused words, shorten your text, simplify or even extend it, translate to different languages, and even localize some emails. Yeah, it's not 100% accurate, but it works. It can also adapt your text with different tones of voices and frameworks such as AIDA, which stands for attention, interest, desire, or action, or BAB, like before, after, and breach, or any other you want to try. Explain something in simple tone like an expert is also an option. Write short text such as headlines, pre-headers for the newsletters or events, or write some part of an email, create a structure of text for your trigger email. And AI is actually pretty good at this. It can also create a B test variation of the exact text for different hypotheses, personalize and adapt the text for different audience. Uh, for example, once for marketers, or the second one for sales person. Yes, this all are obviously use cases, but they're extremely useful for your working routine and optimize your time. With AI, you can save a lot of this time, as well as with the modules we are talking about in our previous webinars. By the way, share your way of using AI tool in email marketing in the comment section below. Maybe there is something you want us to add to our editor. Um, you can also use ChatGPT not only for email marketing, but also for everyday tasks such as helping you with the morning routine, find something you need in the internet, some goods or services, planning your weekend, creating a grocery list, talking about anything like with an old friend, or even asking for advice and creating a list of questions to train you before some maybe important event or meeting. As you can see and imagine, there are a lot of areas in which you can try to implement these kind of tools, but please don't limit yourself to the known ones. Create, try different approaches, and the results definitely will surprise you. The next important step is to know the difference between the single prompts that are available on the web and social media and so on, and the complex one that are created with all necessary information, with instructions to ace some specific tasks we need to do with the AI. The things we talked about earlier were all about the simple prompts, but only if you know about specific prompt that can help you to achieve not only some regular goals or tasks, but also specific output that gives you awesome results. I call them power prompts. Imagine you want to create text for some blog pages in order to test human writing and AI written text and know which one is better at scale. The first time we used simple prompt like write us a text for this page, and the results weren't as great, and as expected, human written text was still better. But as soon as we improved our prompt and make it power like, we got better click to open rate, which is actually awesome. So what was different this time? We wrote down all the requirements, expectations, limitations, information, technical parameters, some kind of best practices for this specific task, and general canvas on how our request should be processed, along with the form of the output we need to get the most convenient way. You can use this form to create your overpower prompt, uh, but remember that it should solve only one specific task at a time, not all tasks simultaneously. The general recommendations I can give you here are simple. Use the latest fourth version for now of ChatGPT. This is paid option, but it's worth it. Use plugins because the basic version of ChatGPT, the previous and the fourth, can't visit any links or get access to outer information without them. It can't just Google it. Use up to 3 links per prompt because ChatGPT still had issues with using many links at the same time. If the results you receive doesn't satisfy you, you should check and clarify your instructions. Maybe something happened with the general clarity of these instructions. And please don't send any sensitive information or passwords inside your prompts or requests you send to ChatGPT or any other AI tool. ChatGPT is constantly improving, so keep an eye for the news. Also, I have collected some handy information about this topic, including a course from Google about generative AI, some explanatory articles about some technical parameters we used previously, and a guide on different kind of prompts if you want to try. And basically, that's it. I hope this information is helpful to you, and let us know how you use AI in your work in the comment section. Now, I thank you, and I pass my word to Maria.
Hello again. As you can see, here is the invitation to one of our previous webinars. Here is the title, some text, and some headings. Today we will change the text in this template to fit the topic of our today's webinar. The new text won't be taken from my head, I just need to use AI competently. And what is the right way to use artificial intelligence? First of all, a lot of you guys may think of artificial intelligence as a soulless machine for generating some content. But let's have a look at this functionality from a different angle. What if we think of this as a hired employee you do not really need to pay? It may do all of the stuff your employee can do, for example, generate some content, fix grammar, translate your text, and just imagine you no longer need to have a whole staff of specialists. With the use of artificial intelligence, working on an email will take much less time and effort than before. To understand how to work with our employee, we have written an article about it, so you should go to the Strapos main site and find here the blog. After that, let's search for AI, that is it, and here is the article writing prompts to make AI do what we need. In this article you may find some tips and tricks here with all of these instructions. The first tip: understand the subject, know your goal, give the AI clear instructions, which is as for me one of the most important things at all with while working with AI. Here is the description of each requirement. Be specific about what you want, provide specifications, state exclusions. Here you may find some examples, subtasks, examples with the steps, also more tips, for example, get control over AI creativity and test your prompts, and a piece of advice under, like, at the very end of the article. This is article written by my colleague Volodymyr. You already know him. So let's come back to our template and what should we do next? So we will use the tips from the article in practice, and the first thing we should do is, of course, change the name of the webinar. You may have the question, but Maria, how exactly do we need to put a request in the following field? It's actually pretty easy to do. You can ask a request in any way that suits you. The main thing is to ensure that the request is understandable. Imagine that you have a new specialist working for you and you need to explain the task to them in a few sentences. Also, to make it easy for you, we have added a few default features. For example, you may fix grammar, and a little bit later I will show you how to do so. So you may fix grammar by using AI. Make your text shorter or longer. Translation feature, you may translate the part of your text in a different language. For example, you have created some text, some descriptions, and so on, and you would like to send this template in Spanish, for example, or in French, or in Italian, or in Ukrainian, and you may do so with the help of AI. Also, you may change tone of voice to make text more, friendly or curious or worried. And also you can click on explain as an expert, add emoji. So a lot of different default features you may use to make your text look better. So let's create a short description. Sorry, not description, the request, on how to give the name, like change the name of our webinar. So let's give the request, give webinar about AI an enticing name. Okay, let's click on send to AI. The request was sent, and here is the name: AI Power Play Unleashing the Future of Innovation. Okay, like this one, and let's add emoji to look it pretty. Okay, I like this, really. And I have checked this feature a lot of times, and each time the system understands what emoji would be the best for this text. So it's a mystery for me how AI is doing so, but it's quite interesting. So let's go further and go for some description. As you may see, here is the description of the previous webinar, and we will create our new description. Okay, so let's click on Launch AI. and we will add the request for generating some content. So let's generate some description about AI webinar. Okay, let's try this one. Send to AI. The most important thing to make your request like understandable for the system. So description of AI webinar. Join our upcoming AI webinar to learn about the latest advancements in artificial intelligence technology. Okay, let's make it shorter, yeah, and change the tone of voice. For example, let's make it more friendly, so less formal, more informal, more friendly. Okay, so get ready to join our exciting AI webinar to dive into an amazing world of artificial intelligence technology. Okay, I like this. And also we may even translate it to any language. Yeah, for example, let it be Italian. Okay, I have clicked on Italian, and now let's check if the text is translated into Italian. Okay, as I can see, yes, it is translated, and it's quite nice to see that it takes only a few seconds and you no longer need to hire the translator for doing so. Yeah, okay. Let's undo these changes, and if you click on undo, the generated content will no longer be available. So let's go and create one more. Create the description of the AI webinar. Okay, so let's just wait 1 second, up to 1 minute. Description of AI webinar. Okay, let's just make some changes, yeah, to make it look better, make shorter. Okay, so we will make it not like a hidden, just a normal text, or we can do this way. We can make this as a heading, make it centered, and a little like description of the webinar. Also, we can create some kind of I would like to add some advantages of AI, yeah, here. So let's add one more text block and launch AI. Generate some advantages of AI. And let's click on send to AI, and let's check. So increase efficiency, improved accuracy, availability, cost savings. So here is the list of advantages of AI. So I like the appearance of this like part of the template. I like the content of this part. Also, the only thing I should do is to change the data and change some links for the reminders, and I have already added the link to my YouTube video, and all of the data was added automatically because this is the blog video. If you add the video in here, for example from the YouTube, all of the data will be added automatically as alternate text, as a picture, the preview button, and so on. So here is the result of added text to our webinar. But what could we do also? So in one of our previous webinars, we discussed how important it is for mailing to have a well-written title. So let's help our employee to create a subject line that will attract a large number of customers. So let's click on settings, and here you may see subject and title, and also hidden preheader. The hidden preheader will stay the same, but how to use the AI for subject line or title. You should go to your project settings. So I have already opened my projects. Here is the list of my projects, and I should go to my settings. In the settings part, I should go on the button of the page, and here you may find improve subject lines and hidden preheader using AI. I have enabled this feature, and you should provide a brief description of your business specialization so AI can better understand it. I have already added some information about Stripe for AI to understand better what are we doing. Enable this feature, and now let's go to settings and click on improve. So we are our AI recommendations are based on Cialdini's principles, and you may find them if you go to our article. Yeah, we have the article about subject line and header preheader, about using AI in those cases. So you may go to Step's main site, open your just account, and here in your account you will find the way to open the help center. So this article is saved in our help center. So let's go here. We have clicked on help center. Go and search for AI, and here you may find the improve subject lines and header preheader, and here are the principles of Cialdini. Yeah, the 6 principles. So what are they? The reciprocity, the scarcity, the authority, commitment and consistency, social proof, and liking. And if you go to the editor and send the request here, you will get a lot of variants which will suit these principles. So let's create subject for a webinar about AI. Okay. For webinar about AI, improve with AI, and let's wait for just a minute, and everything will be generated automatically. A lot of variants according to each principle. So for example, social proof, yeah, AI webinar boosts your email productivity, or for example, scarcity, uncover AI's email magic in webinar, and so on. So my recommendation is to check this absolutely great article, very interesting about this Cialdini's principles. What are they? What is the each principle? Why we are using it in Stripe? Yeah. So my honest recommendation. And now you are able to apply the one you really like. You can click on suggest more. So I would like to use the first one, and that is the final result. So I have changed the subject, and let's go to the preview and open the template and check the final result. So here is the subject and hidden preheader. Also our final result with the final name, changed name, the description, AI webinar, and some advantages of the AI. So guys, use this feature. Do not worry, it's quite simple to do. Just send your request as easy as you can, just like you're explaining something to a new employee, the new specialist. AI will understand you if your request is understandable, like it is easy to to understand. So guys, use it with pleasure. It's quite easy, save you a lot of time and efforts. So have a great day. Use AI.